Listen, my brother. Listen and listen very, very attentively. You see, any woman that you marry today and she begins to quote this particular scripture to you, that a man should leave his father, his mother, his family, and cleave unto her alone, is a very bad woman. She's a very dangerous woman. Such a woman wants to buy you. Any woman that wants to keep on reminding you about this particular scripture that says a man should leave his father and his mother, they have it off head. Genesis chapter 2 verse 24. A man should leave his father and his mother and cleave unto a wife that he married, and forget his own roots, forget his own family, forget his own foundation. Any woman that preaches that to you is a very dangerous woman. She has come to destroy, and to destroy. She's not a good woman. Any woman that will come with this kind of mindset, that want to separate you from your family, that want to separate you from your roots, because your family is your roots, your family is your foundation, your family is where you started life. Then all of a sudden, because of marriage, a woman is now telling you that you should leave your family and cleave unto her alone. Such a woman is a destroyer. Such a woman is a destroyer. And women that preaches this are mostly Christian women. Those women we see in the church. Once you marry them, the first scripture that they have offhand is that Genesis chapter 2 verse 24. They want to tell you that now that you are married, you have no business with your family, you have no business with your mother, you have no business with your father, you are now my own. The Bible already said it, that husband and wife should come together and both of them shall become one. Brother, listen, let me tell you. What the Bible is telling you there is that you should prioritize your wife. Make your wife your priority. Make your wife your responsibility. Make your wife your body, as in your problem, but not separating you from your family. You shouldn't separate from your family because of that woman. You can only make her your responsibility. Yes, because you have married her. From the moment you married a woman, she becomes your own responsibility. That is what the Bible is saying. A man should cleave unto his wife. Both of them will become one. Both of them will become one. They never said you should marry after both of you have become one, then you should discard your foundation, your roots, where you are coming from. Any woman that manipulates you into leaving your own family is a very dangerous woman. You don't listen to such a woman. Or a woman that came into your family, she's always trying to cause problem between you and your siblings, you and your mother, you and your father, you and your own family, your immediate family. She wants to separate you by all means. Listen, one thing you guys don't know is that women are very manipulative. And if you allow a woman to manipulate you out of the love of your own family, you are just a mugu. They have eaten you raw. Mugu. You understand? They will begin to advise you. They begin to preach to you. This family, they don't like you. They don't do this. They don't do that. And you yourself, you should start to think, this same family that this woman is telling me that do not like me, these people, I grew up with them. We used to be one big, lovely family. How come these people are now the ones that want to kill me? How come they want to destroy me? How come all of a sudden they did not buy me when I was young, when I was struggling, when I was nobody? Is it now that I have grown and their prayers is for me to grow and become a responsible man and get married? And most of these things, these people they are trying to separate you from, came together to marry her. But all of a sudden, she will start to quote that particular scripture, a man should leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife. Brother, if you do it, you have signed your death warrant, because that woman, by the time she succeeded in separating you from your family, she will now begin to show you the stuff she's made of. And when she starts to show that stuff that she's made of, you cannot run away from it. Before you know it, you will fall sick and you will die. Because of what? The pre. You have developed BP. You have developed stroke. Because when you cannot confide with anybody, when you can't talk to anybody, your mental health will be affected. You understand me? This woman will just be manipulating you against your own family. But she will be in good terms with her own family. She will direct you to her own family. Listen, if a woman is preaching this kind of thing to you, that a man should leave his own family and cleave onto the woman, You also look at it from this same angle. Is this woman telling me this thing from a place of hate or from a place of love? If she truly loves you and she wants both of you to start your own family, her own family should also be inclusive. She should separate from her own family, you separate from your own family. Both of you can now come together and become one. But she will not want to leave her own family. She wants to carry her own family along. She will be inviting her own siblings, her own relatives to your own house. But your own do not have the right to come. That is how to know a wicked woman. And such a woman, you have to be very careful with her. You are the head, Oga. You are the head. Bible says you are the head. The Bible did not make you the head for you to be a muku. Once you have gotten to the stage of getting married as a man, you allow your spirit of discernment to be at work. You'll be able to discern, to understand whatever this woman is talking. Which angle is she coming from? Is she coming from the angle of hate? Is she coming from the angle of love? You have to be, you use your highest sense of maturity to handle that situation, because most women are very, very manipulative. Before you know it, you are man alone. You have nobody to confide in. You have nobody to talk to. And once she succeeded in separating you from your family, she will come out with her full self, her full character. And that character, you cannot complain to anybody. You can't go back to your family to complain to them and say, see what my wife is doing to me. Because first thing she must do is to make sure that she's separate, so that you will not have where to fall back at. You do not have anybody to complain to. You depend totally on her. And if anything happens, she will now still be the one to use your family to make caricature of you. If anything happens, the next thing she will be like, say your family have abandoned you. They have abandoned you. Ever since we got married, they abandoned you. Meanwhile, she was the one that manipulated you into staying away from your family. You have to be wise. You have to be very, very wise when dealing with women. Some of us are very, 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 very manipulative. She will be the one that will separate you from your family, and she will still turn back to use that family to make a caricature of you. Any small thing, she will want to remind you that your family has all abandoned you. When you fall sick, she'll be treating you with rancor and bitterness. She'll be doing as if you are now a burden to her. And those are the things that make such people to buy untimely. They will buy because they don't have nowhere to go to. And men are naturally egocentric. They can't go back to that same vomit or that same place they said they have denounced. They will not want to go back to that place. They will start to endure whatever that woman brings. Whatever that woman did do to them, they will endure it. And in the process, the man will go into depression, and that man must die before that woman. Check the history. Any man that abandoned his family used to die before that woman. Because that woman was so useless in him that he will not have nowhere to run to. And one thing they do very well, they succeed in separating you both from family, from friends, from well-wishers. You will just have nowhere to confide. You will not have anybody. If you are a wise man, no matter how that woman pressure you, do not separate yourself from your family. Your family is your foundation. Your family is your roots. Your family is your beginning. If your fruit, if the foundation is not okay, my brother, you are just on a time bomb waiting to explode once you are nowhere. But if you're strongly rooted in your family and your roots, you cannot be pushed around anyhow. If there's any problem, you can boldly call your family. Let me tell you, let us stop ignoring the fact that family problem will arise. They will tell you don't involve your family. There's a time you must involve your family in some matters. And when that time comes, you comfortably call your family and involve them and say, see my situation. Your family must come to your rescue. This same woman that is trying to separate you from your family, when you have problems, she will abandon you. If you have problems, she will abandon you. And most of them do not even have anything tangible doing. They will only succeed in separating you. And your family must be your source of hope and everything. If anything happens, they'll be looking at you like this. You'll be sinking. They'll just be looking at you. They cannot solve one single problem for you. They cannot solve anything for you. They'll just use that your problem and even make it worse for you. If you are a man, if you're a man, you are getting married today, do not allow any woman, no matter how she managed to do it, separate you from your family. Separating you from your family is having dominion over you, having control over you, so that they will use you the way they want. And at the end of the day, you'll be the one at the receiving end. You'll be the one that will buy.